Welcome back to Founding Core Plays Factorio Seablock mod. And in this episode, we're going to pick back up where we left off, which was trying to get our iron copper being mass produced down here. In the last episode, we got a lot of our setup ready with our slag, sulfuric acid, purified water, sulfur dioxide gas, and creating sulfur. So now we're going to try to get the rest of that started and running. So I hope everyone's doing alright today. Hopefully everyone's having a good day. While we're building up resources, I want to shift this over. Just a little bit. Alright, let's see. Let's get that connected. And if you notice, it'll make the connections a lot easier. I needed one more space. Crap. Now let's double check. Yep, that should be good. Or, if I want, there we go. Alright. You know what? Fine. Oh, man. There we go. I've got to turn that down. That's so freaking loud. Okay, well, we know it's not that. I'm sorry about this, everybody. Let's see if it's that. Yeah, that's so much better. Okay, that's what it is. Well, now we know. So this should get us running easily. Alright. I hate spending all my iron doing this, but everything was backing up and it needed to be fixed. There we go. And now walking sounds really loud. Okie dokie. So we got plenty of landfill. You know what? I'm not even going to waste that. So what we were saving up was... let's see... belts. But the ones that only mattered were for here. Charcoal, which I can hand feed that for a little bit. Which we just built not inserters, but actually, be right back. Alright, now I'm back. So I went and I imported all my books. Sorry about that. I totally forgot about doing that. And I've been telling myself every episode to do that, and I totally forgot. So here we are. This is kind of how I have it set up. Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that too. I'm glad I imported my book. This is just temporary, so let's copy all that. And then, where's it at? Right there. So, what I messed up on was the fact that we will eventually need to filter what essentially is going to be sulfuric wastewater. And that's going to be the biggest biggest determining factor of how we're going to get our sulfur. I mean, we have this here, but eventually we're just going to cut it off and we're not going to need it. So sulfur is going to come right here. Oh, wrong way. So sulfur's going to come out here and then come here. Then we're going to need sulfur for right here. No, this is going to create sulfur. I don't know why I have this in 2 spots. So what's the next thing? This is going to take sulfur. And then there we go. Might as well go ahead and start setting this stuff up. Oh, this ain't good. That is a good bit of iron, but we're going to try to help this out. And get rid of a lot of this. Okay, good. No brown algae. Alright. This'll help, that'll help clean it up. This'll help produce all this. That's just temporary. We'll end up needing all those materials. Might as well just pick up whatever iron and copper's here. Okay, let's get back to it. So, we're gonna need a lot of belts. I need to let this back up. I guess since I have this running. There we go. Okay, that'll help cut back the power. Because as you notice, these are just eating up power. And we're not even backing up anymore. Which is not good. But I do need to get a lot of this set up. Okay, so this is going to take... And that's going to make sulfur dioxide. So, sulfur dioxide... Alright, there's that. Get rid of that. We don't need that. And then... There's the setup that I want. So... We were doing pretty good. Let's see how we're looking now. Oh, come on. It's probably overkill. Okay, guess not. I stand corrected. I ain't worried about the light. Okay, so we're set up for this. Now, all I'll do is I'll run a belt right down here. To where we'll have our liquefier. And then we'll go from there, because right now... That's what we need, is just the liquefier to make slag slurry. Alright. This is how you get rid of a problem like this. I'm not going to deal with this later. And I can just use the wood that I've gathered. There we go. And ammo's cheap. It's just iron. See? It's just iron. Alright, well, I guess one thing we can get started on is our piping. How do... I feel like we had more pipes than this. I don't know, it just doesn't feel like... It's just blowing my mind how fast we're going through it. I mean, geez. It's just ridiculous how much you need. I can't wait until we get into brass and bronze. What's the next thing? We needed... Oh, yeah, that's right. I don't even think I've even considered putting them on the bus. Well, let's look at it like this. All that's going to be moved down here. And then we'll add it on the bus somewhere over here and run it up. Which it won't have to go far, it'll just have to go right here. Alright, so we'll need a splitter. Splitter's gonna need to go right here. Alright, just making sure I have my power down here. Sucks is even idling this consumes power. Okay. Then all the pipes that get down here will be moved. Alright, so we've got this set up. Now this will give more pipes, more of what we need pumped down here to fill that up. So that's going to be a little bit. All this is backing up again, which I don't understand why. But if I have to, I will add another one. Right now, I'm having to be stingy. With resources. There. making sure none of these are backed up. Like this one. Ugh. I hate this. I hate having to spend resources elsewhere. There, that'll help clear this out. Keep this going. Then it's going to help put these on both sides of the belt. Now this is finally picking up from here, which is awesome. So we'll just leave that running. And that's helping that back up now, which is good. Oh, let's pick up the resources. Alright, so now we have the hydrogen sulfide being ran down here. And I'll probably build a little spot right here for the excessive hydrogen and oxygen being produced to be burned off via the flare stack. Alright, let me look at the rest of my blueprints. So there's that. There's that. Okay, let's look at this one. So there's that for that. I'm comparing, if you're wondering what I'm looking at, or what I'm trying to compare, is, once I find it, I can show you. Right here. So if you notice, I have it set up like this, where it's going all the way around. When if you notice in this one, it's not. It's so much simpler to set that up like this. So that's what we're going to do, is we're going to use that blueprint. That's for that. So I don't really need to get a liquefier, build a liquefier, but I mean, I need to kind of set this up. So let's just go ahead and build a liquefier. Yeah, it's probably best right there. So we have our our input come right here. And the reason being is so we can expand it, which, trust me, we will. Our output come right here. Now this gives us more to work with. So once we make our slag slurry is going to need to go into our filtration unit, which is what I was looking for right here. So now we already have that blueprint. I'm so glad I imported this. Still saying it's on water. Just to be safe. Alright, there we go. Oh, what am I doing? I need to build more of those. So here's that sulfuric wastewater that I was talking about. See, this is where it's going to output it. And it's going to be good to have that on the bus because we will need that way down the line. We have power right there. Better not do that. Because I will need it right there anyway. There. Wrong direction. There we go. So what this is going to do is it's going to take the filter frame, it's going to take it and put it in this assembling machine along with coal, and then it's going to make the charcoal filters and put them out here and do the same thing, do the same process over and over again. But this will reduce the amount of time it'll take to travel down a belt. And it'll just keep the process going. Even though these belts say like 7 items a second, 7.5 items a second. I don't know. I think it's off by like, I don't know. I think it's off a little bit. It just feels like it. Like when you sit there and you look at it. And normally I'm not one about feelings, but if you sit there and look at it, it seems like it's never really there. See, look at this. Now this is not even backing up. And it's because there's just a slight little bit of extra that's pouring through. But I'm going to need a lot more. But thankfully, as soon as we turn this on down here, I mean, don't get me wrong, the washing plant's going to take more power. I may need to go ahead and save up for the algae farms, too, before I turn this on. Because algae farms aren't that expensive. Let's think about what's going to be the most expensive to deal with. Now, we're already going to have belts to run this down. I'm not going to need any of this yet. We're going to need pipes. So I'm going to have to turn our landfill into into stone. Sorry, I'm having a moment here. Gotta run this coal all the way down. So this is where the coal's gonna go at. We're gonna need a lot of underground belts. Oh, come on. I know I have a blueprint somewhere for it. There it is. But right now, we're just going to run straight belts. Now, I'll show you an interesting setup that I do whenever I split this off. Because if you look and you notice, this isn't going to need a lot of charcoal that often. Like, it's going to barely ever need charcoal. So I'll show you like a little neat little setup I do. So when you're running it down, make sure this is, see which side this is, because it does matter. Okay, this is the far right side. So I do a setup like this, where I have the belts run down. Well, I'll have a splitter right here. You know what? Let me see if I can make it. No, I don't have enough iron. Jeez, that's a lot of iron. So what I would do is have a splitter right here. Not there, but right here. And it'll split off half of this into here, which will then just only take half of that and run it down. And I do that because it don't need a lot of carbon. I don't know why I thought it was charcoal. It's carbon, ain't it? Or charcoal. It is. I don't know why it ain't carbon yet. Because most of this is going to our power. All that. And that's why it's such a big issue. And I'm not going to connect this yet until I'm actually ready. With power and green algae. So we may be dealing with this. I may... Probably what I'll do... is play this off camera. Get us up to the point of what I'm talking about. Just so y'all don't have to continue to see this every episode. And then just show you what this looks like when we're actually running stuff. Like we got it all running. But right now I'll blueprint everything up, kind of give you an image of what it's going to look like. And then next episode you'll see how it actually looks and running. So we have mineral sludge, which is this, and our sulfuric wastewater, purified water, and then our slag slurry, which is going to come in from here. just like that. And if we need to expand, we can expand it from here over. Or better yet, we'll just have another setup like this for another filtration unit. So this filtration unit needs 50 slag slurry every 3 seconds. This is going to produce 50 every 2 seconds. So there's going to be an extra like 25 slag slurry over time. So eventually we're going to need another filtration unit just to take that little extra from this into that. So what happens is basically 2 setups like this will equal 3 filtration units. So all you have to do is do 1 setup like this, just put a filtration unit with a assembling machine to do its filtering, then another setup like this right to the right of it, and then the overflow of this and the overflow of another setup like this will consistently feed that filtration unit. So now let's go to the product part. So now you're going to be producing 50 mineral sludge every 3 seconds. Let me double check my math. Let me make sure. I may be wrong. Sorry, it's not 3 seconds. It's 2.666 repeat seconds. But basically, it's still going to be excess. Because this is still going to be producing, and I am 100% sure on this, but this is going to be producing 50 every 2 seconds. So there's still going to be a little bit. It may not be accurate. It may be like 3 setups equals 1. But nonetheless, you're going to have extra to still run another filtration unit from the excess of this and another one. But this alone will run it occasionally. But anyway, so our next plan is... So our purified water is going to need to come from over here. And then this is going to run down. The reason why I'm running it like this is because if we expand, it will have pipes connecting this sulfuric wastewater to it. And same thing with the purified water. Alright, so now, let's say we're producing that mineral sludge. Now the mineral sludge... Oh. We're not having anything that massive yet. I think I have a smaller setup right here. Yeah. Oh, come on. There we go. So now, we'll have this set up to down here. Probably about like that. There. That'll give us a general idea. So let's go collect some of the resources. So we got a good little bit of resources out of that. Not a whole lot, but got a good bit. Mostly what we're aiming for right now is landfill. Alright. Almost there. And I'll probably go ahead and research mechanical refining, just so we have that option too. To go ahead and be able to sort out the minerals. So we'll have this run right here. Like that. Because one of these will run 2 of these. So it's a 1-to-2 ratio. So 5 of these to 1 of these. I mean, this could possibly support more than one, but 1 of these to 1 of these to 2 of these. And then I don't know how many of these to ore crushers, but it's quite a bit at a crafting speed of 1.5. And then once we have this sorting, let's see, do I have a setup for sorting? I don't think so. We may have to do that one by hand together. So I don't think I have a setup for sorting. Well, that's no problem. I could just put 2 furnaces down right here, taking the iron and the copper, smelting it, and then taking the slag and just hand feeding it back up here for right now. But that slag we will want to have on the bus, because we will need slag later on. Alright, so I'm going to end the video right here. In the next episode, I'll have the power set up. I'll have our actual copper being ran. Not copper, but our setup for our ores, our metals, being automated. Not this, but what we've been designing together. So now you have an idea of what it's going to look like. Then in the next episode, you'll get to actually see it all running full speed. So I apologize that we still haven't gotten to this being running. But I promise you in the next episode we will. 100%. Because I will play more of this off camera. So that we're at that point. But I hope you liked this video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, comment. Even if it's good or bad, just, you know, if you want to say something, say something. Maybe I can improve something. I'm still, you know, trying to get better at this, but I'll continue playing this because I love playing Factorio. So, I hope y'all have a good day, and I will see you soon.